So hello and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. Today we are in American Truck Simulator. It has been a very long time since I have said that, but today we are reviewing this, the Freightliner Classic XL version 4.5. Now again, as I said, we haven't been on American Truck Simulator for Test Drive Thursday for a very long time, so I'm pretty excited to see how the mod game has changed over the time that we've been in Euro Truck testing mods out. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here we are inside the dealer. In fact, it is a Peterbilt dealer. If you're wondering where to get this truck from, it's not trucking, it's not driving, it's trucking. Don't know why I read that wrong. So yeah, as you can see, Peterbilt dealer inside here. Some weird rims for trucks on the back of there. But yeah, let's get into the customization. It's the first truck that you see on there. But yeah, so starting off with the cabin, there is only one, the 84-inch raised roof, I think that's trying to say. But onto the chassis, there is a 6x4 and nothing else. But onto the engine, so from standard, in fact no, not from standard, you get a 435. That's the lowest engine that you can get. But the cheapest engine is actually a Detroit diesel, I believe. Detroit diesel 500 horsepower engine, which is pretty powerful for a stock engine. Then you can take it all the way up to 605 brake horsepower, which has been chipped there, as you can see, 2,750 newton meters of torque. But this Cummins engine here has got even more than that, almost 2,800 newton meters of torque. So that is a pretty aggressive engine there. I mean, in fact, if you have a look, I don't understand how that can go down. More power, yeah, it's worse going up hills. I don't even trust it. But yeah, there's quite a good range of engines. Cummins, Cat, two different types of Cummins actually, and then you got Detroit diesel. Onto the transmissions, you got some 6-speeds. I was just driving the 6-speed retarder, and I would say if you're going in California only, that's completely fine, because it only really goes up to about 60 you can get out of it. But if you're in Nevada and Arizona, you probably want a 10-speed or even a 13 or 18 if you can. Now onto the interior, there's 3 different ones to choose from. As you can see, it is really high res down here. I mean, if you just look at the blanket, I know it's going to get me stuck back here now, but yeah, just look at the textures on here. The TV, I can even read that, it says Panasonic. You got some books up there. Yeah, I definitely am stuck, it's not letting me turn around. But yeah, just all the leather paneling and all the textures are really good. So if we just reset myself, let's try and show you. I mean, you've got the gear stick down here, the seat belt, I don't really see that often. All the seat controls, there's like a roll mat back there, all the netting, it's really nicely done. But you start off with this brown, then you can go down. Is that making a difference? Okay, there's no difference between them two. I'm guessing you'll be able to change it in the options, but I'm not sure. But then that changes this to the seats to black. Honestly, I can't see a change. The seatbelt there. It's a shame that that's going to be like that all the time. I wish it sort of attached itself when you got in the truck, but that's not going to happen. But yeah, that's a bit weird. So brown or black by the look of it. Onto the paint, you've got some custom unusual ones here, custom metallic, some of these down the side, as you can see. Not many. In fact, look at that. That's a metallic paint. I've never seen this before. So you can have, let's say, a metallic. That's a nice colour like that. Metallic like that. Oh, in fact, you can't change the white. That's annoying. But it's still cool that you can have the white and then another colour down the bottom. I've never seen that before on the skin. And even colour codes this here. The little Freightliner logo. That is really cool. Again, I've never seen that before. But we'll keep on that for now whilst we're customising. But as you can see, look at the amount of dots on this. So I probably won't go through them all, but just to show you, look at that, that's kind of cool. Idaho, New York plate if you want, Utah, Washington. I'm not sure if it's going to work with the water trucks, but we'll see. But yeah, quite a few range of bumpers. Is that actually connected to... yeah, it is. I did wonder if it was connected to the truck then. And then you got some poles, and then some bull bars. That's kind of a cool design, the way it sort of arches in. And it's actually some... it's not just like a block, it is sort of modelled in really nicely. I don't know if you can see that. And then you've got an even bigger version of that, which does look pretty menacing. Down here you can then put loads of different lights. I mean, look at all these custom lights that you can just add on. I'll just show you a range of them here. Let's just put one of these on. But yeah, there's some of the range of lights that you can get. As you can see, some LEDs, things like that. You can also get some on here to stick in there. That's cool. What's the difference? Fog light as position light as high beams. Okay, so you can then choose what you want it as, for a low beam light or high beam. It's kind of cool. Or you can just leave it blank if you want. So we've done that. Oversized logos up here. In fact, let's just remove this bull bar so we can see what we're doing. So up here you can have this classic grille, which I don't really like, to be honest. It just looks a bit rusty and just makes the truck look a bit unloved, really. Add some classic XL lettering on there, along with, what's that, daytime running lights. Oh, you can actually see the individual LEDs. Look at that. Can't see it so well on the white, but... and the blink. Ah, that's cool. So you can have it as the indicators as well. That is awesome. And then you can change what lights that you want on here. I'm not too sure about that. It is, I don't know. I mean, they're the eyes of the truck and they completely change. I mean, from that, it does look a bit aggressive, and then that, in a way, it does look a bit girly, I have to say. Exclusive. Look at that. That is kind of unusual. And then you've got that orange positional. To be honest, I do like that. And then you can have the high beams down at the bottom. Okay, warning flags. They're cool that you can add those on. What we've done now, chrome. Some aero pieces. You can remove them if you want. You've then got the sort of shield there. Bug shield, I believe it's called. We even have a glass one. That's kind of useful, because you can't see it from this view. In fact, you can't see any of them that easily from this view, because it is kind of, it's not flat, the hood, as you can see, and there is that kind of raised bit there. Probably see it if the truck was black, but yeah, there is a slight raised bit there, so it does block some of the vision. Let's go back onto the options. There are the side mirrors. What's that? done that. Chrome. Okay. So on the side there, the lights for the mirrors, I'm not too sure if they're going to be indicators as well, but these are on the side, which are also LED. Don't know if you can see that. I saw it on the intro as well. So they're really high textured. So they're the lights for the mirrors. I'm not sure all this chrome is going to help you frames per second if you're running a low spec PC. But yeah, I do have some of my tire mods installed here, or you can also have the standard ones that are fitted with this mod, which are again really high textured, and you also get these wheels with it as well. Not too sure if you're going to be able to put no, you can't put a Freightliner hubcap on it, and I'm not too sure if they fit properly, but yeah, that's what comes with the truck. Then for the stairs here, you can either have aluminium or chrome. I think chrome just fits in a little bit better with these side skirts as well. Light adapters 2 if you want even more dots, and then you can completely change the tanks. I mean, just black and chrome on this looks really aggressive. Aluminium, this looks a bit weird in my opinion, and then you got black. I mean, the black and chrome there, look at that. That looks epic. In fact, what colour would it be on there? Oh, it's going to make it silver. That's really nice. Look at that, black and white. That looks pretty cool. And then here you've got an auxiliary heater. I mean, all the cabling comes up as well. Look at that detail. That is really nice. Your company. I'm guessing it's in a mod folder or something where you can add your own logos. Never seen that before. Chrome, you can't change the mirrors. Antenna, you can't get rid of that. There on the inside, that's on the inside. That's the sun visor, which I think with this paint scheme anyway, it does fit that line of paints in well. If you go for the chrome, it sort of looks a bit weird just having that black stripe there, or whatever colour you want. Up here, interior light, there you go, you can see that now. Or you can have, what else, beacon, or in fact, no, yeah, beacons, that's it. It's got its own little sticky, that looks a bit weird sticking out like that. I'm not sure I like them. Position there. You've then got, you can change the pipes. So you can have them super tall if you want, or you can have them curved out like that, which do look a bit like horns in my opinion. I don't really like that design. I prefer this one really, where they're cut like that. Right, where are we now? So they're the lights on the side. These are the mud flaps at the back, as you can see. Oh, you can individually change the mud flaps. Not too sure why you'd need to do that, but apparently you can. And you can remove them all together if you're doing this on a budget, but it would only save you $100. So yeah, I'm not sure how helpful that would be. So you can't get a full mud guard here. You can only get one half the way. So I'll probably go for that anyway. But I think that's mainly it on the outside, apart from these little light adapters here, if you want them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no options around the back that I can see. So if we're heading to the inside, now I do want to see if it changes the interior. Decal, no. What's this down here? I think this is just cabin accessories now, so you can change the wheel. Freightliner custom, Freightliner standard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is all standard stuff now. Okay, that's useful because it doesn't, like in the original cabin, it doesn't have a gear indicator, so I'd probably take that. That would be very useful. Sat nav, it doesn't have a sat nav either, so I'll probably take one there. Other than that, what's that? Okay, some logos. Oh, that's cool. Like a tinted bit. I don't think I see that often either. I don't think you can put anything in the radio sort of area here. What's that? Decal. Must be a Russian mod or something. What's that? Is that a TV? I've got no idea if that's going to work. Should we try it in a bit? What's this down here? Why are the mud flaps appearing here? Are they underneath a truck or something? I got no idea. Ah, okay. I'm guessing that enables it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this mod. There is quite a lot of configuration to do, as you can see. So now I'm going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here we are all configured up. As you can see, it is pretty dark, so I thought we'd take an early sort of start so we can see the sunrise and see how this truck drives in day and night. But I do really like this paint scheme. That sort of light metallic blue with the white paint really works rather well, especially with these sort of blue tanks as well and the blue hubcaps. I really do like this skin that we got going here as well. But so if we jump in, as you can see, ignition is already on and all the dials are backlit, which is pretty nice. That doesn't work, so I'm gonna remove that in a minute. Apparently it's Chelsea versus Tottenham, which is a bit weird seeing UK football in American truck, but oh well. Up there you got your radio. It's not the highest res to be honest, but nothing else up there. In the back, oh, that's the indicator making weird noises. Now apparently that's the light switches. It does make weird noises, this, I don't get it. Maybe if we start the engine that light will come on. Or maybe the beacon. Yeah, there we go. So if you press whatever you set the beacon button to, it turns on the rear light, which is a cool sort of fading effect. There's one up there as well. I do like that. It's kind of cool. It'd be cool when you sort of stop over and rest up, I suppose. I'll probably turn it on whilst we're looking through the cabin. So yeah, the gear, or the manual gearbox there, you can see it does look pretty realistic. It looks like a 18 speed, I think. And then, see, hang on. Down there it says, okay, 13, and it's got all the info down there. I mean, the detail of this is amazing. I mean, down there you've got engine fan, fog light, panel light, lights. Does that work? Yeah, you can see that switch working. Retarder all works. Indicator on the left. But yeah, it all works. I mean, parking brake. I'm not sure where that is. Is it on there? No idea where that is. But all the gauges, as I said, work. There's a analog clock there, as you can see, so it's almost 10 past 3 in the morning. Over there, you've got the information display that I said you really want to get. So you got your gear on there. You got a parking brake status, even though you got it on the main dash anyway. Trip economy, fuel. I mean, look at that, 300-gallon tank. That is massive. Oil temperature, and then speed, which I'll probably have it on because this speedo is quite hard to read, as you can see. I don't really like that. But everything else, if we start the engine up, you should see everything come into life. There we go. All the temperatures should rise in a bit. You can see that. Brake applied. But overall, yeah, the interior is really detailed and really nice. But we do have a job set in, so if we turn the lights on, which does sound like someone hitting a golf ball, we did go for a 10 speed, so it should be fine starting off in 5th gear. Let's have a quick look at the outside. It is pretty noisy, this truck, I have to say. I mean, inside it is definitely a lot quieter, but from the outside, and look at all the orange lights as well. It does look pretty epic. I mean, even down to the indicators as well. I just love all the LEDs and stuff on the side. It looks really good. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, that is full lock, by the way. We only just turned around, so I've got no idea what this thing's going to be like to reverse with, but it should all be okay. Now I went for the Cummins 600 engine, I believe, so we should have plenty of power available for this journey. Yeah, that indicator sound is really getting on my nerves. There's no need for it to be that loud. But if you have a look at the speed, it makes a lot of noise, this truck, but it doesn't move that quickly, especially for a 600 horsepower engine. Right, we're just turning in here, I think. But it does have a lot of torque as well. Over 2,500 Newton meters of torque, so it should be able to start off in 6th completely fine. Which it can. Right, let's turn in. I only just made that turn in then. Right, so freight market. So we're going to head down to Holbrook, taking this 43-ton milling, this one here, this 40-ton scraper down to Holbrook, 143 miles. Now, which way is it facing? So if I turn around here quickly, should be able to latch up to it fairly easily. So we got 2 reverse gears, reverse high and reverse low. The mirrors are actually really small. And they've got a weird field of view on them. Like it's really zoomed in. Which does seem a little bit more realistic, but it is kind of annoying. Not not too sure if I got advanced coupling on. No, I don't. That's okay then. In fact, look at that. Can you see the top of the cabin? When I press the beacon button, you can actually see the interior light. So that is kind of a bug. But yeah. So if I turn that off now, in fact we'll leave it on whilst we're driving through town and then turn it off in a bit. But 40 tons. We started off in 5th gear. Handled that pretty well. Right, this may be difficult getting out of here though. Oh, it's not the microphone. And I've stalled the truck, wow. It's not the biggest trailer in the oversized pack, but it's not a tiny trailer. Just gonna keep watching those mirrors, then turn as late as possible. Only just out of there. And if we head down here, we can get on the main road as quick as possible. Cannot see a thing out of that mirror. There we go. Right, stop sign. Ooh. Just about getting going. Honestly, those lights, look how dim they are. It's actually quite dangerous. The high beams aren't that much different either. Yeah, there we go. Right around that corner. Yeah, this 40 ton, this 600 brake engine, it's completely fine with this load. It really is. But when you're off the power, put it in 10th, it's fairly refined and quiet. We're gonna have to take a wide turn here. Oh, there's a railroad crossing. Does that mean I have to stop? Yeah, there we go. Let's turn the light off now. Such a cool feature. Where's it coming? There it is. Only the locomotive. Bit weird, but there you go. Right. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're turning onto the highway now. So we'll see what this is like cruising. Now I am in Arizona, so 80 limits all the way, hopefully. Right, foot down now. Wow, those lights. I mean, high beam. That's what the low beam should be like, or normal beam. That is shockingly bad. And into 10th. So as I said, I went for the 10 speed. We're currently doing 50, or we're almost doing 50 now, and it's already at 1500 RPM. So no idea what this is going to be like at 75, 80 miles an hour. But one thing that I am noticing straight away is the steering. Now I've set my G27 to 900 degrees of rotation, but with this truck it doesn't actually show 900 900 degrees in the game. I think it's around 700. But still, there is almost like a massive dead zone in the sort of steering, which is really weird. It's off in the settings and everything, but I'm moving my wheel by around, I don't know, twice as much as what's being shown in the game now, and we're still going in a complete straight line. You probably saw in the intro when I was driving down those country lanes, I was having to put in so much steering input. It was kind of hard to position the truck on the road because it was that unresponsive. I mean, it's not bad for when you're driving on the highway like we are now, because even if you can just rest your hand on the steering wheel and nothing much would happen, it's not very twitchy. But as soon as you're sort of reversing or going around town or country lanes, it can be really difficult to sort of position the truck on the road. But yeah, we're up to 70 now. It's over 2,000 RPM. I really don't think this truck is suited for Arizona or Nevada. I mean, we're not even at the speed limit yet, and I think it's flat out. My foot is flat to the floor, and it's just not doing anything. So 73 is the maximum I can get. I'm just going to back off a bit. So that's a bit annoying and a bit confusing. So yeah, the gear ratios on this are very sort of short. I mean, in fact I won't do it now, I'll probably blow up the engine, but yeah, that's a bit annoying. Let's see what it's like on fuel. It's currently doing 3.4 miles per gallon, which is absolutely terrible. It's probably because it's revving so high, and we've already burnt through 200 gallons of fuel. I mean 21 gallons of fuel in 73 miles, which again is really poor. If we have a look on the outside, but otherwise I'm also finding the sounds a bit weird. I mean, I don't know if we go around the corner, can you hear that? It sounds like there's some kind of bottle rolling around on the floor. It's a really weird sound. And again, when I was going down those country sort of roads at the start, it was making some really weird and sort of off-putting noises, which are a bit weird really. And the overall sound of the truck, I've had to lower the volume quite a lot in game, and the sound levels of this truck are still extremely high over what they usually are in a normal truck. So the sound of this truck has definitely got some work to, well, it's definitely got to be worked on, because it is sort of the letting down factor of the mod really, because everything else is pretty good. I'd say the strong points are definitely the customization. There's quite a lot that you can do to this. You can't really make it a workhorse really. Most of the configurations that you do make it look like a show truck most of the time. I mean, just the amount of chrome that you can put onto this is amazing. I mean, you can't even change the chrome mirrors, you can't change the air filters on the side. That would be a nice addition. But overall, there is quite a lot that you can do to the customization side of this truck. Also, the detail and the high resolution textures are also a very good strong point. But otherwise, the things that let it down, just some small things, like I don't really understand that TV there, it doesn't work. The mirrors, even though it's not the mod's fault, I do find them a bit small, but what is the mod's fault is the field of view. I really don't like that, because at the moment it's kind of hard to judge distances when it's that zoomed in. But we're turning off now. That's the retarder, then that's the engine brake. both are not the most powerful I've ever tested. Well, 4th gear, only just. It does sound pretty nice though, even though it is quite loud. Oh, he took a wide turn then. Are so close together to the point where I don't think you actually need to change between even and odd. Especially in this engine at least. Not sure what it's going to be like in a 435 engine, but for this I don't think you need to swap. But yeah, I'm currently over 90 degrees of lock around that corner, and that sort of shows you how much steering input that you need to do. And also there's quite a lot of, it's not like this on other trucks, but there's quite a lot of force feedback when turning with this for some reason, so it is again really difficult to turn. Oh, I was stalled. Really difficult to turn it. It's not bad once you get past around 180 degrees, but the first 180 are quite hard to turn. But yeah, overall I do recommend you taking a look at this truck. Probably wouldn't go for the Cummins or Detroit diesel engines. I'll probably go for a Cat engine, because I do find these a bit loud, but overall the customization's great, detail's great, and it's definitely quite a characterful truck to drive. And plus I don't think they make these anymore. I do know the new Freightliner Cascadias came out, but I don't really know much else. Right, where am I parking this? Oh no, not that one. Just watching the mirrors. I think I've left that way too late. I'm used to my W900 short wheelbase turning circle. I don't even know if we're going to make that. Just I do see a problem with this. Don't know if you've noticed as well. Oh, there we go. I was happy with that. Maybe not. What I thought was going to happen, I thought we were going to have to get so close to the wall that we wasn't going to be able to get out. But apparently it's happy with that awful parking. There we go. But yeah, overall it's a very enjoyable truck to drive. I do really like this paint scheme. I did go for the chrome wheels as well, which sort of matches the side skirts and everything, and the ball guard at the front. But yeah, thank you for watching that. If you have enjoyed it, please do click the like and subscribe for more Test Drive Thursdays if you want them back in this format. But yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.